If you are watching this video, then you are thinking about becoming a professional cuddler. Or wait, no, an empathetic listener. That's what it's called. Now, I actually came across this whole job idea on a TikTok video, which if you are on TikTok, then you already know every time you turn around, there's tons of different little videos about different jobs that you could be doing. But here's the thing, here's the kicker. A lot of these jobs aren't really actually making money. If you've seen the video that I posted, get paid to be an empathetic listener, no degree required, work from anywhere, no showing your face in a judgment-free zone. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and go through what exactly is an empathetic listener. Empathetic listener is actually someone who will be there to help listen to things that you may be experiencing. They are not a counselor. They're not a therapist. They're not any type of coach or anything really. It's just another person that you can either run your ideas by or talk to when you're in your time of need. Now, this particular post, this video that I found on TikTok said that you can actually make $60 for 30 minutes, right? So you're supposed to charge $60 for 30 minutes of your time to listen to people's problems, their relationships, what have you, right? Typically a job that you either get to your mama or your best friend. When I see a lot of these jobs that I see on TikTok, the first thing I want to do is I always want to go and check is this a viable idea? Is this idea something that people are actually, number one, searching for, and number two, if they're willing to pay for it, right? I have never in my life ever heard of an empathetic listener position, right? But that doesn't mean that it isn't profitable. That doesn't mean that. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to go ahead and do a bit of research.
Yeah, you heard me right. We're going to investigate.
Now, I've had some amazing ideas in my time, let me tell you, right? I've had some amazing ideas in my time. I've done everything from, starting e-commerce stores to doing drop shipping to service, right? Doing social media management. And the number one thing that I've realized after several years of struggling to make money and then finally making a little bit of change here is that you have to give people something that they want. Let's also put the caveat on that, something that they're willing to pay for. If you're trying to sell things to people that have no monies, you get no monies back. That's not something I had to learn the hard way. Now, do I believe that there are people out there that need empathetic listeners? Absolutely. Do I believe that there are a lot of people out there that are literally going to Fiverr to hire somebody? Don't think so. But let's go ahead and take a look. Go to empathetic listener. Let me type this in correctly. Empathetic listener. When I go to the Fiverr page for empathetic listeners, I see that a lot of life coaches pop up. I see a couple of different people that actually do have some reviews. I see one person that has 9 different reviews. Because ultimately what we want to find out here is if there are people that are actually going to Fiverr and hiring empathetic listeners, and if there's any money in this happening here. So when I go and take a look at the Fiverr accounts that are listed here, a lot of these folks that I'm finding, let's take a look. They're offering their service for $15 at that. It's not $60 for 30 minutes. It's this one's $5 for 10 minutes. It looks like they have a standard and a premium. Oh, so it looks like they offer it free for 10 minutes. And then for 1 hour, they're saying $20. And I don't know about you, but I'm not getting on the phone with nobody for an hour for no $20. Not to do no empathetic listening, right? Remember, Homegirl said we can make $60 for 30 minutes, right? So when I take a look at her account, this person has been on here since July of 2023, and she has had literally nobody sign up. And she's offering this for free. And no one has signed up. So that means one of two things. Either nobody's searching for the service, or it's so early that people just haven't caught on yet, which that can very well be. There are times, before this whole social media management thing became a real thing, there were a lot of people that were hiring social media managers. Alexa's going on. A lot of people who weren't hiring social media managers, you were doing it pretty much yourself, right? You were going in, scheduling your posts, creating your content, doing all this. To be honest with you, there were schedulers, but there weren't actually even scheduling on actual platforms. That's even pretty fairly new. right? You have to have like a third party scheduler that connected, and a lot of them didn't want to connect to third party schedulers. Like they were hating on you for doing that. So there was a time when even social media management in and of itself was so early to the game. A lot of people weren't hiring people to do it until it kind of caught on. Now you can see social media management positions all over the place. Based upon what I'm seeing on here, I'm gonna have to call this cap. I think you can absolutely probably earn $60 for 30 minutes as an empathetic listener. However, if you are going to do this on Fiverr, then you will need to have really great SEO. Fiverr is an SEO game. Fiverr is all about making sure that you have really great SEO, you have really great testimonials, you have really great examples of your work so that you can show your work and things to that effect. So if you get onto Fiverr and you think you're going to become an empathetic listener and make $60 for 30 minutes, I'm gonna tell you right now, that may not be, they're selling you a dream. That may not be the case, okay? In order to be successful, as I mentioned before, with a Fiverr account, you do want to go ahead and take a look at some of the different service offerings that actually have a lot of reviews, number one. Number two, they have demand, right? If they don't have a lot of reviews, the demand is very limited, even if they have a ton of people on the platform, which Fiverr absolutely does. Fiverr has a built-in audience for you. But if you don't have a lot of reviews, or if they aren't searching for that particular service, then you're not going to get hired. The second piece to this is that Fiverr has so many people on the platform. It's really hard for you to get seen if you aren't on the first one or two pages. So on Fiverr, you really want to make sure that you're shrinking down and you're targeting a specific sub niche or a specific niche, and that you're really getting in on those keywords to make sure that your Fiverr is being seen. And when you first start off on Fiverr, you are going to have to drive that traffic. You will need to beef up your account some. You'll need to get your own reviews. You'll need to drive your own traffic for a little while until the algorithm kind of sees, oh, this person's getting a lot of people and they're actually coming back for the service. And then they'll move you up a couple of pages, right? So just take that into consideration. So with all of that being said, this is absolutely 120% cap. I don't know that there's any jobs. So you can also go to websites such as Indeed and others. I can't think of names right now. And you can go to find jobs and you can type in empathetic listener and see if there are any jobs. That's how you can actually identify as well if there's a need, because if you can go to some of these job boards and type it in and see if there's actual jobs around this, then you know that there's a need for it, right? You know that there's something coming up. When I go and I type in empathetic listener in here, I get no results whatsoever on Indeed. None. Zero, zilch, nada. Now, like I said before, that doesn't mean that the demand won't change. If you have any comments or questions or concerns, you go ahead and leave those down in the comment section. But this is all cap. Sorry to tell you, but let's move on and get to something that is productive now. If you're looking for ways to actually monetize your account, you can actually go ahead and click. There's a link in the description. Join the Facebook group. I go through how to actually monetize your content, go through ways that are proven to actually monetize your account. All right. I have been able to make a lot of money. Okay, I'm not gonna say I've been able to make a lot of money utilizing the different tactics and things that I share inside of the Facebook group. We'll see you all in the next video. Let's get out here and let's monetize. Digital profits. Just be digital. Peace.